Okay, so let's do the application section of 3-4. Much of this assignment follows up on the work we did in applications for lesson 3-3. In that lesson, we were solving equations to learn more about situations we had previously modeled. In this lesson, we'll use inequalities to learn a bit more about those situations. In lesson 3-1, we use the equation C equals 5 1/10 plus 2 6/10 m to model the cost of a cab ride, C, in terms of the miles traveled, M. So they're asking us, what does the inequality 5 1/10 plus 2 6/10 m is less than or equal to 20 represent? So remember, this was the cost here for that cab ride. So we're saying the cost is less than or equal to $20. The other way we could say this, it is at most $20. Oops, there we go. On number 2, they want us to solve the inequality and graph the solution on the number line. So why don't you pause the video and do that, and then check your answer. Okay, so what I did here is I subtracted 5 1/10 from both sides and got 2 6/10 m is less than or equal to 14 9/10. From there, I divided both sides by 2 6/10, and that rounded to about 5 7/10. So I put this on a number line. Since this is or equal to, I colored that in, and it's less than, so I shade to the left. So on number 3, it asks us to write a sentence describing what your solution tells us. So if you have $20 or less, you can go at most 5.7 miles in a cab. All right, number 4, explain why the inequality is more natural choice than the equation for this situation. Well, it's okay with us if the cab ride costs less than $20, right? So usually if all we had on us was a $20 bill, rather, then that's what we're interested in. What's the highest amount that we can go? We can certainly go for fewer miles, right? Suppose that you're running some errands for your boss, and she says, I imagine you'll need to spend at least $30 on cab fare. At least. Okay, don't spend more than 50 though. Write an inequality that matches these conditions. Okay, it sounds like we've been given a minimum or a maximum here. So it looks like the boss is thinking, about $30, at least that, but don't go over 50. Okay, so you'll be sandwiched in between those two. All right, so what was the cost of the cab fare? 5 1/10 plus 2 6/10 m. All right, so they would like for us to solve this inequality. So as we've been doing lately, please pause the video and try this on your own. Okay, so what I did was I subtracted 5 1/10 from all 3 sides of our inequality. I got 24 9/10 is less than or equal to 22 6/10 m, which is less than or equal to 44 9/10. Next thing I did was divide all 3 sides by the 2 6/10 because I need to get the m by itself. And so we have m is between the 9 and the 6/10 and the 17 and 3/10 inclusive. So number 7 asked us to describe what information is provided by your solution. We could say if you're allowed to spend between $30 and $50, you can ride between 9 and 6/10 and 17 and 3/10 miles. Okay, number 8 says suppose that you have a maximum of $50 to spend on the cab fare and you need to make a round trip, so you have to go there and back, both to and from a certain location. Which of the following equalities best describes this situation? So we're looking for, we're going to have to double that trip basically. Well, does this do that? No, that doubles how much we have to spend. This doubles, no, it just doubles the first one. It doesn't double the 2 and the 6/10. This looks good. This one cuts everything in half. So let's go ahead and try to solve C. Okay, there's a couple of ways that we could do this one. First of all, let's write down the problem correctly. It's a big start. And generally, we'll go ahead and distribute that 2. And that gives us 10 and 2/10 plus 5 and 2/10 x is less than or equal to 50. Now let's subtract the 10 and 2/10 from both sides. That gives us 5 and 2/10 x is less than or equal to 39 and 8/10. Now we're going to divide that, both sides by the 5 and 2/10 to get the x all by itself. So I have x is less than or equal to roughly 7.7. So your destination must be at most 7 and 7/10 miles away if you're going to make a round trip. All right. In Lesson 3.1, we also studied the depreciation and the value of a car, which was modeled by this equation here. The owner of the vehicle decides he'll hang on to it at least until it's worth less than $2,000. Less than $2,000. Write and solve an inequality that describes how long he'll keep the vehicle. Write a sentence that describes your solution. Well, here's the value of this particular car. And once that gets to the value is less than $2,000, he's going to get rid of it. All right, so go ahead and pause this and solve. And remember all the rules that we learned regarding solving an inequality. Okay, so I subtracted the 15,000 from both sides, and I got negative 2,000t is less than negative 13,000. Now to get the t by itself, we have to divide both sides by a negative 2,000. Remember, when you divide or multiply both sides of an inequality by a negative number, you change the direction of the inequality. So it was less than before, now it's greater than. So that means the owner will keep the car for at least 6.5 years.